Knowledge will give you power, but character will give you respect. When I was younger, I was certainly not the kind of guy who would get any respect from any of my peers. Like, I want you to take a look at this picture. Look at this guy, and you tell me if you would have respected him. I was 300 pounds. I had crippling social anxiety. Like, I couldn't even look people in the eyes. I was addicted to porn, and I loved playing video games. And whenever I'd wake up in the morning, the first thing that I would do is I would fast. And most mornings, I'd end up doing it 2 or 3 different times before I even got out of the bed. And this is what a typical breakfast would look like. I would end up drinking one of these mass gainer protein shakes, which was already like 1,000 calories. And then I'd quickly, get in my little Hyundai Elantra piece of crap car and me and my brother would drive straight to my aunt's house. The reason for that is she would come outside and she'd give us these little goodie bags that she had made for before we go to school. And it would have like Pop-Tarts in there, and they would have those little like chocolate peanut butter wafer things. Like, what are those called? She'd give us Nutty Buddies. So before it was even 9 in the morning, your boy was pounding 2,000 calories or more. And as a result, I was super fat. So fat to the point that I was constantly like pulling on my shirt, like trying to stretch it out. And I'd always have my arms like crossed over my chest, like trying to hide my man breasts from everybody. Man, I was so insecure. I get to class, and instead of like paying attention to what the teacher was saying and learning and taking notes, I'd just be sat there like staring at the girl that I had a crush on who didn't even know who I was. So as you may have guessed, I didn't learn a lot in high school. And after class, I'd just go home, I'd start playing video games, and I'd probably watch at least another hour of porn. And that was my day. Like, honestly, would you have respected me? And don't lie to yourself.
Like, oh, well, I'm sure he was a really nice guy, and I like to fat too, and I play a lot of video games, and everyone respects me.
If you're being honest with yourself and you were standing in front of the younger version of me, you would not have respected me. So how could you expect anybody to respect you? Now, you may not be playing as many video games or watching nearly as much porn as I used to, but you've certainly got a list of bad habits that you wouldn't want anybody else to know about. You're becoming a man, but sometimes you still act like a little boy. Do you want to know the secret of how to demand respect as a man? And this is not some clickbait video from some guy who's still watching porn, playing all the video games, and still has all the bad habits, who doesn't even know what he's talking about. This is knowledge that's coming from somebody who's been in your shoes. Someone who's had absolutely no respect from his peers, someone who's been bullied and made fun of for years of his life. With the knowledge that I'm about to share with you in this video, I've been able to reach a level where men actually value me and respect me as a man. And my life has completely changed as a result. And with all of my experience, I've realized that there's just 3 things that will drastically increase how much respect you get from other people. And those 3 keys are confidence, success, and identity. And I promise you, you need all 3 of those things to gain respect from people. You can't just have 1 or 2, you need to have all 3 or it's not gonna work. So let's go through them. Number 1, like I said, is confidence. And to be super direct with you, true confidence comes from your success and your accomplishments. Like, so many guys wonder, how can I be confident? Like, how can I be like that confident guy over there? Well, the easiest way to become that guy is to have done something in your life that you can feel confident about. So many guys try and fake it by watching all these cringy YouTube videos like
Top 7 ways to become more confident and attract all the women and become the alpha male.
You can't just watch a 10-minute video and all of a sudden, like, your whole identity and everything that your brain has built up just vanishes, and now you're just a confident and assertive man. That's just not how it works. You become more confident whenever you become more competent. Like, if I said that I was confident with women, like, what would that actually mean? Would it mean that I'm the kind of guy who's binged like 50 hours of red pill dating content on YouTube? Or would it mean that I'm the kind of guy who's developed myself and gotten good with speaking with women, become more charismatic, gone on a bunch of dates, and actually proven that in reality? If I was truly confident in picking up women, it would mean that I was competent in that area. Like, at that point, I wouldn't even have to think about like every step of the way exactly what to do. It would just come naturally to me. Like, take it from me, I promise you, I have binged, I've gone down all of the rabbit holes on
Top 7 ways to do this, how to become more confident, how to attract your dream woman.
all of that stuff is great, but if you don't actually put it into practice and you don't take action on any of it, then it doesn't do anything for you. You can try and lie to yourself, but true confidence comes from stacking up so much evidence in your life that it becomes an undeniable part of who you are. So if you really want to become more confident, you need to put in the hard work and stop being so weak and effeminate. And whenever you become that confident guy who's competent in many areas of his life, whether that's in business, in relationships, in fitness, I promise you, when you get to that point, people will respect you. Number 2 is success. One of the biggest factors in feeling more confident as a man is seeing real, tangible progress or accomplishments in your life. And over the years, especially if you're a young and up-and-coming developing man, you need to start to stack up accomplishments in your life. I'm not talking about some BS participation trophy that you got from your high school soccer or your high school football team. I'm talking about something that you've worked your face off to achieve. And this is something that took me a really long time to realize, but you need to channel a certain mindset in your brain where you start to focus on dominating your competition. People try and complicate success, but it's actually pretty simple. It's all about outworking, outthinking, and outperforming your competition. Whether that's in your job, your business, at the gym, or even in the dating world. And I know that this is not a popular opinion among other Christians in the space. Like, there's all these effeminate Christians out there that'll tell you,
Oh no, like you don't need to like work hard to do anything. You can just be like a nice guy and be all sweet and people will just naturally like respect you as a man.
and that is not true. It just doesn't work. You need to go out there and become an expert at something. Like, especially in the world of business. Like, the only way for you to form new connections or to raise higher in the hierarchy or the status and meet like the top dogs in the space is if you get really good, like you master and learn a high income skill, whether that's in communication or sales or marketing. Whenever you become really good and really valuable at something, other people start to pay attention to what you have to say. Remember this, people value other valuable people. So what you need to do is you need to pick 1 or 2 different things. And you need to ask yourself, what are 2 important things in my life that I want to become successful in? For me, it was sharpening my communication skills and learning sales. And after years of work, I've been able to become pretty proficient in both of those things. And whenever you can build up a really high level of success that other people can look up to you and value you for, then that's how you gain respect. The third and most important aspect to becoming more confident is your identity. Your identity is how you view yourself. And how you view yourself and how other people view you are 2 of the most important aspects of your self-improvement journey. It's not even close. Because if you still view yourself as the guy who's addicted to porn, who plays video games all day, who's an incel, who can't make eye contact with people, then no one's ever going to respect you. And if you want to skyrocket the amount of success that you get, if you want to become more successful, if there's a specific goal that you really want to achieve, you want to know the secret to achieving all of that much faster than everybody else, you have to reconstruct your personal identity. And by far, the easiest way to do this is by changing your habits. According to the book Atomic Habits by James Clear, he states that your identity emerges out of your habits. So what you really need to do is you need to take a step back and ask yourself, who do I want to be as a man? And after you figure out who you want to become, the second most important question is, what habits do I need to start to formulate and do in my own life to become that version of myself? Do you want to become the guy who has a great physique, who has a six-pack? Then you need to start making a priority of going to the gym and changing your daily habits where you're eating healthy and you're going to the gym 3 or 4 times a week. Do you want to become a stronger Christ follower? If so, then you need to start reading your Bible on a daily basis and also make a habit of praying every single day. And another thing that you need to realize is changing your identity is not an overnight process. Oftentimes it can take months or it can even take years. But at the same time, you need to trust the process and you need to show up every single day for your future self. The version of yourself who's successful, who's confident, who can walk into a room, not feel socially anxious, connect with other people, build meaningful relationships, to have a wife, to have kids of his own. That version of yourself is counting on you to put in the work and to show up for yourself. Now, the real question is, are you going to put in the work and show up for your future self, or are you going to let him down? Life really is what you make of it. You can choose to put in the work to develop yourself so that you can become the man that God created you to be, or you can choose to continue to do the same bad habits, get the same results, live a mediocre life, and still have people disrespect you to your own face. The choice is yours. If you made it all the way to the end of this video, I want you to know that I appreciate you and your God tier attention span. Go ahead, hit the subscribe button and join our free Christian Discord. According to the book Atomic Habits, one of the most effective things that you can do to build better habits is to join a culture where 1, your desired behavior is the normal behavior, and 2, you already have something in common with the group. So if you're looking for like-minded Christian men who are all on self-improvement, all working towards becoming the best possible version of themselves, go ahead, join the Discord, hit the top link in the description, and I'll see you there. Thank you for watching. God bless you, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.